Why, hello there, friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new around these parts, hello. Thank you so much for clicking. In today's video, I am doing another plan with me for the week of June 16th. I am doing this voiceover on September 1st, and so I realized that I did not hit my goal to get through all of June by September 1st, but you know what? We're only a couple of weeks shy of the goal, and your girl has been processing orders and dealing with the first week of the school year. So, you know what? We're going to cut ourselves some slack here. I'm going to cut myself some slack, I should say. Let me not include y'all in my debacle. But anyways, I'm using this Puerto Rico kit from my shop, café.com, if you're wondering and you want to take a peek. I do offer vertical sticker kits, and they are offered in glossy and premium matte paper. But I used this kit this week because I almost said we went to PR this week, but we did not go to the beautiful Puerto Rico. We actually went to Florida, which is not the same thing. So you're probably like, why did you end up sticking with this kit? Well, it still matched the vibes. Like, we did go to the beach and we did try to immerse ourselves in Puerto Rican culture while we were in Florida. In the greater Orlando area, there is I don't know if large is the right word, but I would say a very decent sized Puerto Rican population. I think overall Florida has a pretty decent sized Puerto Rican population, but definitely in Kissimmee. And so we did our best to absorb some of the culture and eat some of the very good food and support local Puerto Rican businesses, which really made my heart happy. And we didn't really go to the parks. Like, it wasn't a Disney kind of trip. It was really kind of a just chill and seek out Puerto Rican culture as much as possible to feel like we were in PR, even though we were not. Anyways, it was a nice trip. It was pretty relaxing and pretty low key, which I think is exactly what we needed. And I felt like I really needed to use this kit this year because I have so many nods to the wonderful Bad Bunny. And he has been doing so many positive things for Puerto Rico. He has that huge residency he's doing. He obviously released his album Debí Tirar Más Fotos, which is just an homage to the culture, and I just felt like I wanted to commemorate that in some way, and so I decided to just continue with my plans to use this kit, even though we didn't actually get to the island. But I do hope that we can get to it soon, and I will likely just reuse this kit in the future because I also feel like this will go really beautifully with a shattered pink, like that Plannahannah shattered pink that's in shop now. Would be luscious with this. Y'all will see that shattered pink in a couple weeks because I'm going to be using it for 4th of July week. So, stunning. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I feel like it would look amazing with this. And I feel like there's other ones. I feel like blue holo would look great. Pink holo would look great. All of that. Regular holo looks great. As far as what I use, let me get into that. I, again, have been trying to shop my stash. So I used a holo star foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. And then the underlays are the Beach Please underlays in pink. I want to say light pink from Plannahannah. And those I just found. Like, I didn't even buy those on purpose. I was just planning to kind of stick with the holo vibes. And I like it. I don't know if I love it, but I really like it. I really love the art in the kit, though, of course. Of course I do. And it's just so cool to see it come to life and to see all the things represented in it. And yeah, I had a lot of fun kind of designing this. I don't know. I feel like I have another idea for something that's kind of Puerto Rican and kind of not at the same time. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's a place in PR, but I feel like as a kit, it could be used for many different things, or just as a really pretty, like, alternate summer kit. So I kind of have that in the back of my mind for next year, but I feel like it would be really beautiful. So I'm aiming to do that for next year. We'll see how it goes. I think it's a good idea. I won't say more about it, but I think it's a good idea. So maybe if I end up going to PR next year or the year after that, I can use that kit instead. So anyways, that's neither here nor there. This was the week that we went to Florida. So I'm going to go ahead and get into the plans. But if you have any questions on the stickers, please let me know in the comments. And I've been pretty good about getting back to y'all in a timely manner. We'll see how long that lasts, but I will do my best. So on Monday, it was kind of quiet, not quiet. It was kind of boring on Monday, so I'm not going to spend too much time on Monday. We left on Tuesday, but on Monday, I ran kind of last minute errands, just grabbing last minute things for the trip. And then, of course, did some packing, and I feel like that's it. I feel like there's nothing really of note on Monday. Let me just check my notes really quick. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I ran errands, I packed. I probably had anxiety for the trip because I hate flying. So that was Monday in a nutshell. In a nutshell. Let's get into Tuesday. So Tuesday was travel day. We were up at the ass crack of dawn. Bay was annoying me kind of, but also it was early in the morning, so I was probably very easily annoyed at that point. So it's all good. But yeah, we got to the airport. I'm just going to fast forward to getting to the airport because nothing of note happened between home and the airport. So we get to the airport. We're about to get into like check-in. We're about to get into the security line. And so this lady comes up, and let me tell you, it was a little sus the way it happened, but because there were so many airport workers around and they weren't really saying anything, I was like, well, this must be fine. So this lady comes up and she's like, oh, do you want to do like we're running a free trial for you to skip the line essentially. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, who doesn't want to skip the line? So she's like, okay, come on over. So she brought us to this kiosk where she kind of took all of our information, and she was like, oh, of course, after the fact, she's like, oh, we need a credit card. So you won't be charged now because it's a free trial. But if you don't cancel, by X date, you'll be charged. I'm like, of course. But I was like, okay, fine. Free now. I can cancel. Great. Let's do it. So I guess it's called ClearPass. Let me know if y'all have been either recruited like this or have it. But let me tell you, it was not it. I would never pay for that. I don't even want to do it for free again, let alone pay. I think it's like $100 something per month. Like, bitch, please. Anyways, so she comes up, she has our passport. She's like taking all information. They take a picture. They do like your thumbprints or your fingerprints or whatever. So essentially you get escorted to the front of the security line. I'm like, okay, bet. That's not bad. So they kind of check us in at that kiosk, and then we wait for an escort to come. So the escort came in like 2 minutes, no problem, came over, and he kind of explained, okay, you're going to go through this checkpoint, walk through, and then I'm going to take you to the front of the line so you can like go through like, the actual security checkpoint where you go through the detectors, the conveyor belt, put all your stuff on the conveyor belt, etc. So here we are walking through this long ass line all the way to the front. And it's so awkward because, like, who am I? Like, I'm cutting all these people quite clearly. And I know all of them are like, who the fuck are these people? Like, literally. It's not good. It's not good logistically. I think it's trash, to be quite frank. But anyways, we get to the front of the line, cut the whole ass line. We get to, like, the part where we need to take off our shoes and put our bags in the little, like, cubby things. I don't know what to call them. And they go through the conveyor belt. So we still have this escort guy who's telling us like everything, like what to do. And I'm like, bro, I've done this about 75 million times. I think I can handle it, but thank you, I guess. So he's telling us what to do. We go through the detectors. Our stuff is going through the conveyor belt. So once we go through the detectors, he like brings us off to the side and he's like, oh, it'll be a little bit because, we're a little backed up, blah, 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 which they were not, but okay. So he starts to like do the whole small talk thing. Let me tell you, I fucking hate small talk. Please, I hate with all caps. I hate small talk. I can't stand it, especially at the airport where I'm already anxious and nervous. Like the last thing I want to do is have small talk with you before I'm at least at my gate. At my gate, I might be able to do a little bit of that. I might be able to turn it on a little bit more, but it's still one of my least favorite things. So he's doing the small talk, and then apparently he has like a questionnaire he needs to go through because he was asking us the most random ass questions. When I tell y'all the most random questions, like, did you mow your lawn recently? Are you a gun owner? Like, not connected at all, these questions. And I'm like, are you just gathering information? Like, where's our information about to go right now? Like, the state of the world, I'm very sus. I'm sorry. The state of the world, state of the nation, I'm super sus. So I'm like, there's no way. I'm thinking in my head, there's absolutely no way I'm ever doing this again. So he's going through his pleasantries and honestly his unpleasantries, asking us a ton of questions that make no sense. Meanwhile, I have my eye on our stuff that's going through the conveyor belt because I'm like, we got a board in like 15 minutes and we still got to get to the gate. So I'm like, okay. So he's talking away. I'm half paying attention, half looking for our stuff. So I see our stuff gets there and it's just kind of sitting there for like maybe 5 seconds. And he's like, oh yeah, it might be a little bit, we're backed up. And I'm like, our stuff is right there actually. Like, bro, I need you to stop playing with me. He was like, oh, let me take a look. Yeah, go take a look, sir. So he goes and he sees it. So it's gone through the checkpoint, right? He takes it and then he does his own check of it. I'm like, is this supposed to be faster? Is this supposed to be racial profiling? Like, what is going on? Like, what is happening right now? This is bizarre. This is bizarre to be something that's supposed to be convenient and easy and wonderful that I'm supposed to pay $100-something a month for if I didn't have a free trial. Like, what is going on? I need someone to make it make sense. So finally, he brings us our stuff and he sends us off on our way. I was like, bro, I'm canceling this. I turned to Bay right after and I was like, I'm canceling this as soon as we sit on the plane. Do you hear me? As soon as we sit on the plane, I'm canceling this because I will be damned if they're about to charge me $100 a month for this. And I don't even travel enough for that to be warranted. Like, please miss me with that shit. Please miss me with that shit. So I'm annoyed. I'm anxious. We get there. It's fine. We board the plane. We get on the plane. It's kind of sitting there. It's just sitting there. And I'm like, okay, here we go. Here we go, Anna. Here we go. So the pilot made some announcements. They couldn't fly the plane. There was some type of mechanical issue. So they had us all deplane. We were delayed quite a few hours. The flight was supposed to leave at 7 a.m. and we left at like 11:30 by the time it was all said and done. So we were kind of hanging out, waiting and by the gate until they finally announced a new gate. So then we walked over to the new gate. It was annoying. I can't say that even though I was annoyed, like I was oddly calm with the delays. Like those didn't really bother me because that's just unfortunately the state of the air industry. I feel like what annoyed me more actually was that they sent us some meal vouchers. It was like a $20 meal voucher. I'm like, let me get this straight. I paid how much money for this and you're compensating me for your inconvenience with a $20 meal voucher? Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we finally boarded around 11:30. We landed in Orlando about 2, and then we picked up our rental car and we went to our hotel to check in. And then for dinner, Bay was like, because we had done some research before we went on the trip, and he was like, can we please go to that Puerto Rican restaurant? I'm like, absolutely, say less. So once we checked in and like chilled for a little bit, we went to a restaurant called Pal Campo, which is a Puerto Rican owned business, which I really wanted to try to support while we were there. So we went there and it was everything, y'all. It was everything. Not just the food, we'll get to the food in a minute, but the atmosphere is so PR. Like they do such a good job of trying to get you to feel like you are there. And it was incredible. I'm going to try to editing me, stop what you're doing, go find those videos / photos. I don't know who has what, like between me and Bay, but go find them and put them in. I'm going to try to put in some pictures and some video of it. It was just amazing. It was amazing. And the waiters and the waitresses like dress in traditional Puerto Rican clothing as well. So I was just obsessed with this place. And then the food. Y'all, the food, I can't. So I really wanted to try alcapurrias and bacalaitos, which is like amazing fried food. Like fried street food is the best way I could put it. Of course, if it's fried, it's always 10 times better. Oh my God, it did not disappoint. I was like, oh, I love this so much. I so can't eat this every day, but I really wish I could. So we had those two. I think we got one other like app, and then I got a rice and steak dish. It was at Roman Potiao. Oh, say less. I need you to say less. Like this place, this was not the only time we went. Let's just put it this way. It was not the only time we went. It was so damn good. I was just on cloud nine. I was on cloud nine. I was full. I was like a pig in mud. I was nice and full and happy. And then we went back to the hotel. We hung out. I think we hung out by the pool. And then we just went up to the room. I watched a bit of the Mets game, which of course they tried to ruin my good mood, but it didn't work. And I showered and passed out, I think, listening to the Mets game. So, oh, it was so good. And it was a long day. So then on Wednesday, I kind of looked up some breakfast spots, and we ended up going to the Eggs Up Grill, I think it was called, and it was so cute. They had little pictures of different eggs with some cute egg puns on the walls, and I was like, I'm kind of obsessed with this place. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it was super quiet because it was, a weekday in the morning, and they had really good breakfast, and they had these croissant donuts that were just so good. So good. So we went to breakfast, then we went back to the hotel. We were going to the beach this day. This was our beach day. We went to Cocoa Beach. It's actually the first time that we've been to a beach in all of our trips to Florida, because a lot of times our trips to Florida are very Disney themed or Disney focused, I guess I should say. But this time we just could not do the parks, y'all. I feel like doing the parks in the dead of summer is just a no-go for me. I just can't do it. We did end up going to one park. It wasn't a Disney park, and there was good reason for it. We'll talk about that in a bit, but we decided to do a beach day. So we parked in a garage nearby, and I feel like for the beach, like, it always sounds like a good idea, and then in practice it ends up not being a good idea for me. Like, I feel like this almost all the time. Almost all the time. I'm like, in theory, this sounds like a great idea, and then I do it and I'm like, maybe not. But we parked in the garage and then walked over. We stopped and got some beach chairs, which we didn't even end up needing because right on the beach they have chairs you can just rent, like you can just pay for and just sit in them. And yeah, it was nice. It was just so stinking hot, but it was really nice actually to be at a beach where the water wasn't so cold, because beaches around here in New England, the water is just freezing all the time. So it was nice to be around that, and it was nice to finally go to one. So we had a good time. We didn't spend a ton of time there because, again, I feel like the beach is just fun for me in theory, but in actuality, it's not a great time for me. So we didn't spend all day there, but we did spend a few hours there, and then we headed back to the hotel. We changed, and then we wanted to try Summer House on the Lake at Disney Springs. It's a restaurant at Disney Springs. I don't know what I ate, or I think I was PMSing this day, because I'm like, I didn't eat much, but I wrote feeling super bloated, and then I said, hey, PMS. I think I was PMSing this day. So I don't remember. Oh, I got a shrimp cocktail, I think, from Summer House on the Lake. So I had that. And then we got some cookies to go because they have, like, I guess an expansive cookie menu is the best way to say it. But they're kind of known for their cookies there too. So we got some cookies to go. It's a really cute place. Like, I love the theming of it. So I'm glad we tried it. I don't know that I was blown away by it, but it was still fun. So we did that. We hung out in Disney Springs for a little bit. We took our cookies to go, and then we headed to the hotel. Again, we kind of just hung out by the pool. We ate some cookies. We chilled at the hotel. And this was the day that I posted my kit boxes for Blackbird on Instagram, which was so fun to see y'all's reactions. And I'm so glad y'all love that kit. And then the next day was a pretty chill day. It was a pool day. It was also Juneteenth, so it was Juneteenth. We had a pool day. We went back to Eggs Up Grill for breakfast, which was absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. So cute. I don't know if I have pictures of Eggs Up Grill, but if I do, I'll probably take some of those too. I feel like they're really making, like, the surrounding Disney area also very, like, appealing to tourists and whatnot, which makes sense. But so yeah, so we had a pool day, and then guess where we ended up again? Pal Campo, because it was so good the first time. And this time I think I got the pina colada, and I think we got less of the fried foods just to kind of, watch what we were eating, because even though I could eat that stuff all day, it's obviously not great for you. So we was trying to watch what we were eating there, and then the Mets were on a horrendous losing streak, and I did mark that. So that was Thursday. Thursday was pretty quiet. Thursday and Friday, honestly, were fairly quiet days. We didn't do too much. It was hot as hell, and we just kind of enjoyed being lazy, which was very nice, actually. All right, y'all, I'm back. It's been several days, but it's fine. We're going to just pick up where we left off on Friday. Like I said, it was a quiet day, kind of a lazy day at the hotel. We did, I was going to say the beach. No, we were like chilling by the pool. And for breakfast in the morning, we went to a Puerto Rican bakery. It's called Taínos, and they have a couple of them in the greater Orlando area. And we went and had Mallorcas, which we've had this before. It's kind of like our tradition when we go. We try to at least always go. It's a little out of the way-ish. It depends on where we stay. Sometimes it's more out of the way than not. But it's so good. So it's essentially, they have tons of stuff there, but we went in the morning for breakfast. So we got avena, which is essentially oatmeal, but like, y'all, the way they make oatmeal is just different. Okay, it's just different. It's different. It's not your standard oatmeal, I promise. So we had that. Bae got that. And then we had Mallorcas, which essentially it's a breakfast sandwich. So I got like a bacon, egg, and cheese. And then for the bread, I got the Mallorca bread, which is basically like a sweetened bread. And they, if you want, will put powdered sugar on it. And oh my God. There's a picture of some Mallorcas in the sidebar where the plantains are, and the pavaja and the pilon. There's a couple of Mallorcas there. I really wanted to include them. They don't all look like that, but that was one of the pictures that I found when I was kind of mood boarding. So I wanted to include that, but it was like, take me back, especially now because I just got out of work and I'm tired and hungry because the first week of classes, y'all, not for the week. Both me and Bae are in education, and both of us are like, I can't do this. We're like reevaluating our careers as usual around this time. Always reevaluating my careers. And then this day, guess what? The Mets lost again. And I did sneak. It's funny because I was like, I remember designing the kit, the baseball kit, which is a Mets themed kit. Although there is an add-on, not an add-on. It's a freebie of just like a standard stadium. So if you prefer to just have it be a generic baseball kit, you could make it work. That's all I'm saying. But I realize it's still very Mets coded for sure. And I was designing it during their like June swoon, which they've been swooning a lot. It wasn't just the June swoon. And I was like, damn, of course, when I start designing this kit, they start sucking. But anyways, after a very strong first half of the semester, do you see what I'm saying? I just got out of work. First half of the season, I can't speak. Anyways, Saturday was a big day because it was the day that we went to Epic Universe. I think that I talked a little bit about it in like a plan with me that was closer to when this actually happened. But I'll still give y'all a bit of a rundown since we're on the week. But it was Epic Universe Day. We had breakfast at the hotel. And then Bae was feeling very spendy and very YOLO, which I think we both have the tendency to get like that sometimes. And he was like, let's do valet parking. And I was like, what? So I was like, well, okay. So we did valet parking, which was nice. And then it's just beautiful, y'all. Like, we got there, did the valet parking, and the first land that we went to was Dark Universe, which is like the Universal Monsters theme land. So cool. Like, the theming is so amazing. I wish we could have been there at night because I can only imagine how good it looks at night. But I don't know if the hours have changed since we went, but when we went, I feel like they closed like fairly early. So I don't know that folks could really enjoy too much of the night anyway, even if, you know, we were there and kind of stayed for the night. I think they closed at like 8, I want to say. Which I'm like, 8 p.m. in the dead of summer is like just getting dark. So I don't know. Hopefully it's a new park, so hopefully that changes. But it was so cool in there. We went to, Bae wanted to ride the ride, which I'm now blanking on the name of the damn ride, which is crazy, but it's in the mansion. It's in like Frankenstein's mansion or something. And it's a very high Monsters Unchained. I think that's what it's called. It's called Monsters Unchained, and he wanted to go on it. I was a little scared because I didn't really know what to expect because it's all new. So I was like, I'm just going to wait for you out here. And y'all, while I was waiting, I actually saw one of like the Disney vloggers that I follow, which was crazy. And I just don't have the courage to go up and say hi. But he was there with like a group of friends, and he was taking literally like 800,000 pictures. And I don't know if maybe some of his other friends were also vloggers. I didn't recognize them, but that doesn't mean they're not. Like, I don't follow every, Disney vlogger or blogger or content creator, social media presence, whatever the hell you want to call them. Influencer, that's the word. I'm like, why am I saying the wrong thing? Influencer. So he was taking it must have been like 30 minutes worth of pictures. And I'm like, wow. And which is fine. Like, this is what he does. Like, it's cool. But I just kept thinking to myself, like, I could never do this. Like, if I have to spend 30 minutes taking pictures, I don't like taking pictures. So we should probably start there. This would be a no-go for me. But he seemed super sweet, and he was in the middle of like influencing and whatnot, and I felt weird going up to him and interrupting him and his friends. So I was just kind of off to the side, but the whole time I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. So yeah, that was cool. And then Bay came out of the ride. He didn't fit on the ride, unfortunately, so he didn't get to ride. But they did give us express passes, and on our way out, we saw the Invisible Man. I think he's called the Invisible Man. And like I forgot the doctor's name. I'll try to remember to put in like pictures and things so you guys can see some of it if I have it. But it was fun. It was very fun. It's a little small, like smaller than I thought it would be, but it's still really fun. They have like, restaurants. I don't think the restaurant was open when we went, because we went earlier in the day just to kind of get there before the crowds, because it was a Saturday too. So I was a little worried that it would be really crowded, but it ended up being okay, like walking around. But obviously the wait times for the rides were crazy. Although Monsters and Chain was like 15 minutes. It was like the lowest wait. I'm not sure why that is. But anyways. Then after that, we went to Nintendo World, which is amazing, y'all. If you are fans of Mario, I don't know if it's called Nintendo World or Super Mario World. Either way, if you're fans of Mario, this is really an incredible land. Like, I highly recommend going. It is surreal how they just literally just dropped you in the game. Like, they dropped you in the game. It's wild. It is so well themed, so well designed. It's so well designed that it's actually a bit overwhelming. Like, if you think about like the Mario games, there's always so much moving and going on. That's exactly what it's like in this land. And they have like a little level up. They call it a level up, I think, power band, where you can do like extra games. Like, I feel like you can go just to that land and spend the whole day there and probably still not cover everything between the rides, and the like side games and all the like side things they have going on, the restaurants, the meet and greets. Like, it is its own world, and I think it's always the busiest world, which makes sense. But it was a bit overwhelming for sure. I really wanted to go to some of the restaurants. I don't know why we didn't end up eating inside one of the lands. Like, we ate in the park, but it was in like Celestial Park, which, like, the best way I can describe it is it's basically their main street, which is fine. Like, I'm not complaining, but there were so many things I wanted to try in the lands, and so I'm bummed that we didn't end up eating there, and I'm not sure why. I think we were just hot, and it was the closest thing, to be honest with you. And it was just pizza that we ate. Like, it wasn't exciting stuff, so I was like, really, Anna? But anyways, so we had that free express pass because Bay didn't fit on that Monsters Unchained ride, so we got on the Mario Kart Challenge ride. I think that's what it's called. And y'all, like, thank God our express pass was free, because the express passes for Universal, this is where I'm like, Universal, what is going on, are so expensive. When I say so expensive, it costs more to get the express pass for Universal than to buy the ticket to get into the park. Like, can we just have a minute? Why should it ever cost more to get the express pass, meaning you have to skip the line basically, than to buy a ticket to the park? That's outrageous. That's outrageous. Like, I think we've bought it maybe once and we'll never buy it again. Like, it was a fine experience, but bro, that is way too much money. So like I said, we had a free one because Bay couldn't fit on the ride, so they gave us that one to use on one ride. The express pass you can use like unlimited times on all the rides, is my understanding. Y'all, so we get in the express pass lane, for the Mario Kart Challenge ride. Y'all, we waited 45 minutes to get on the ride. I would say 45 minutes to an hour to get on the ride. Now, it's a new park that just opened. I expected to wait, but when, again, this was a free pass for us, so I was much more chill. But I'm thinking of these people who actually spent $300 some odd for an express pass on top of a park ticket and waited 45 minutes in what was supposed to be an express lane. There's nothing express about 45 minutes to an hour. I'm so sorry. I'm so like nothing express about that. So I would have been a rip shit. So thank God it was free. Like me and Bae were like, wow, like these people paid for this? Wow. Anyways, we were appalled by that. Also, they have so many stairs. Like Universal, I feel like Disneyland does this and Universal also did this, where they have stairs in like the queues of their attractions where you're literally going up and then going down. Like, baby, if I had to be down anyway, why are you making me go up? For what? And why are you doing this multiple times? Like, I need you to design this better. But anyways, that's my own qualm. I'll save that. So yeah, so many stairs, and we waited quite a bit with an express pass, which is crazy. But after that, we were getting hungry, and like I said, we were walking to another land, and we ended up just stopping at like the pizza restaurant there, which was cute. Like, pizza was fine, but like we could have tried some other things. So I was a little bummed about that, like looking back on it. But I know that we were just hot and bothered and wanted AC, so I don't fully blame us. So after we had our pizza, we went to the How to Train Your Dragon land. And wow, this land is stunning. And I have never seen the movies. I have no attachment to this. And this land was so stunning. We walked around. They have lots of like cute dinosaurs. It's How to Train Your Dragon, Anna. I'm tired, y'all. It's after work. All these cute dragons. Jesus Christ. I need to stop talking. Let me get through this. And it's just such a cute land, and just really like the entrance is just so beautiful. And we went to the Untrainable Dragon show, which y'all go. You have to go. If you go to the Untrainable Dragon show, because the animatronic alone, trust me, when you go and you see it, you'll know what I mean, is worth the whole show. Like, the show is cute and great and whatever, but the animatronic is really unbelievable. It's really like 10 out of 10, 20 out of 10, Universal, 20 out of 10. That animatronic, nasty work, unbelievable. Highly recommend the Untrainable Dragon show. And if you're a fan of How to Train Your Dragon, child, you can meet Toothless. You will see Toothless in that show. It is, in that Toothless, like, meet and greet is really, really cool. Oh my gosh, y'all. It's almost over. Okay. I'll wrap it up here, and I'll finish it up in my next plan with me, because I don't want to rush through Harry Potter Land, because it was really cool. And then there's really nothing for Sunday. But anyways, we'll pick this up again. We'll pick it up again in my next plan with me. I'll tell you about the last land, and we'll finish this up. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Here are the leftovers. I love how this spread turned out. We really had a great time, and I missed vacation so much. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.